Same deal as always. We'll take a quick opening statement. Y'all can ask questions for Bree and Bailey so we can get on first. Then we'll move on to questions for Coach. Coach, quick opening statement.
Feels great to get a postseason win on our home court. What an amazing crowd. Super proud of Lady Raider Nation for showing up for these girls. And so proud of these girls. They've worked really hard all year long, but the past 3 days, I think they've tried to play with a lot of urgency and focus. And, just they're trying to extend their season. And I thought that they did such a great job today of coming out in the first quarter and really setting the tone. I thought our defense was really pretty good all night long. I mean, I think third quarter got away from us a little bit, but at the same time, I thought that we kind of held them in check for most of the game. One of the hardest games I've ever had to coach against, as Kevin Baker means so much to me, and I knew his kids would not lay down. They continued to fight and made it a very close game. And, I'm just proud that these girls hung through and came through and just did a great job of closing out a game. So we're excited to get this win and looking forward to the next one.
Andrew's got the microphone right here. We'll start with other Andrew in the front row.
Bailey leading the team in scoring tonight. Would you say like your postseason experience in high school helped you shape you for this kind of moment?
I think so. I think all the basketball I got to play in high school and even in the summer helped me be more prepared coming here. But also, I have all these great teammates surrounding me that pass me the ball when I'm open, and I do the same for them. And we just played really well tonight.
And then just hitting all those big shots, but especially the one with a little over a minute left in the fourth quarter. What were you kind of feeling when you hit that shot?
I was just thinking, well, the time's running down and I have the ball in my hand, so I'm gonna shoot it and I'm gonna make it.
Bailey, you said after the Kansas State game last week that, having Big Cat out was a big deciding factor. Just how nice was it to have her back, especially for the defense?
It's incredibly nice. I mean, she covers up for a lot of mistakes, especially that I make, I know for sure. And she gets a lot of rebounds for us, and she pushes the ball in transition. She can play the 1 through the 5, and that's just someone you can't replace. So it's really nice to have her back.
Mm-hmm.
Get it around to Carlos here in a second.
Bria, I know it was nice getting Katie back, but just to kind of see Riley get going early and then Bailey kind of helping out as well, was it nice just to kind of see the future, if you will? I know Coach Gerlich had mentioned it at the Big 12 tournament, but just to see the future kind of step up today.
Yeah, it's big because ultimately that's what we're doing it for. Like, yeah, we have 5 seniors here and we want to go out winning a championship, of course, but it's for the future. So yeah, it's great to see them have confidence and knocking down their shots. Like, I screamed at Riley, shoot it! She shot it and she made it. But we want them to shoot the ball. Like, we don't say, oh no, don't shoot it. Like, we want them to shoot it. And so it's really great to see that they have confidence and that they are knocking down shots.
I know Steven asked it before, but just in terms of getting maybe some offensive flow or just defensive, communication better with Katie there, I guess, how much did it help in terms of that? But not only that, but then just the offensive side for y'all, just to have her kind of passing the ball and kind of figuring things out for you.
Yeah, she covers up a lot, like Bailey said. Like, she plays extremely hard, guys. Like, she's always diving on the floor. She's always in the spot that you least expect her to be. But if you know Kat, you expect Kat to be there and make those type of plays. So she just does a lot for us. And then on the offensive end, it's very hard to guard her because she can attack you, she can shoot 3, and she makes great passes. And so having that, she's a really big advantage for us. And so we just missed that, and we loved having her back.
Bailey, you don't really feel like a true freshman anymore, do you? You're grown up.
We got to play a lot in the preseason. We got to go on a foreign tour. We've played a lot of basketball games this year. So at this point, I don't really feel like a true freshman. But, there's still a lot that I have to learn for sure.
She's got 33 games under her belt. She's not a freshman.
Right.
Do you have anything else for student athletes? Before we bring on Coach? All right, ladies.
Good job,
Thank y'all.
ladies.
Shout out to Lady Raider Nation, me.
All right.
Coach, Ace from the UP Sports Network. The history you had with Coach Baker, and when you saw the schedule come out, can you tell us a little bit about the emotions? He speaks very highly of you.
Yeah.
Facing him one-on-one.
Yes, well, of all the things, right? I was like, this world is not that small. Like, what is happening? But, I told him before the game, I told him after the game, like, I'm so proud of him and all that he's doing, and I know he's proud of me as well. And, I remember us being back at West Texas A&M and both talking about our future and our dreams. And, we're both living them right now. And he does such a great job. Whenever I saw it come up, we actually were trying to figure out beforehand who it could possibly be, and we mentioned the Texas State and the SMU's, and I said, I was like, well, y'all, we need to be ready for the UTEP, because I was like, they're just right here west of us. So I figured it was going to happen. I hated that it happened in the first round, but it's just brutal to play friends and especially people that you love. But I thought it was a great game, and I told him if we were going to have to play, at least it was in both the postseason. So both of our teams were doing well.
Hi, Coach. Megan Price with 806 Sports. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
And so we saw UTEP have a resurgence there in the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
What adjustments did you make that enabled Ella to have that big block, and then Bree followed up drawing that charge?
Yeah, we just talked to our kids about continuing to play defense, and not giving them second chance opportunities. We let them get away from us a little bit, and they missed some threes that if they go down, it's a different story, right? It's a lot closer. But I thought on offense, we got to the paint more and got some paint touches and got to the free throw line, and that certainly helped us to get better shots, higher percentage shots. But I just think that our kids, especially our seniors, I think they stepped up and they showed that they understand all the experience that they have, and that it was time for them to, make a stand right there and make sure that game didn't get out of hand.
Coach, can you speak about those first 6 minutes in that first quarter? You were able to get their top three players, and foul trouble kept them on the bench. Then it seemed like your reserves kind of came up big, especially Bailey and Riley there.
Yeah, we knew that they were going to come out and try to pressure our guards. I think that he does a great job on defense, and they run a great man-to-man defense. And so, we tried to get some easy buckets early with some backdoor cuts, and it happened to work out. So we got some easy looks, and it helped our confidence for sure. And then I think it put them on their heels a little bit. So I thought our girls were very aggressive, and they were attack-minded, and that was allowing us to get some fouls called on them. And, we're just so much better when we are aggressive, get paint touches, and we help each other score. I think we had 11 assists at halftime and 6 turnovers, and I believe 5 of those turnovers came in the last 4 minutes of the half, which wasn't not good. But for the majority of the first half, we were really sharing the ball, and we weren't turning it over very much.
To it with Bailey, but just in terms of seeing the young players kind of really step in now, do you kind of feel like those lumps they took earlier in the season are now kind of paying off as you're kind of seeing them play?
No doubt. We talked extensively on Sunday night when we knew we were going to play in this league or in this tournament that Big 12 conference play is no joke. And every night you are playing against, top 25 teams in the country. And we had to believe that we got so much better during the Big 12 conference. And there were games that we won. There were games that we should have won. And obviously there were games that we didn't get it done. And we just talked about using that experience, because I think we've improved so much over the course of the season. And we've improved in toughness. We've improved in mentality. We've improved in execution and defense, all those things. And I think that our freshmen really are understanding. If they had not played in the Big 12, I don't think they would understand how tough they have to play in the postseason. So I'm really proud of them. And I thought and I'm glad that Bree said it, because we talked about it. We want our seniors to go out playing great and winning a championship and having fun putting that Lady Raider uniform back on. But this was also a huge opportunity for our young kids to play in the postseason, extra practice, extra games, high-stake games, and an opportunity for them to get just more minutes. And so purposely, we were subbing a lot. We had a lot of young kids on the floor at the same time. And in the first half, they did a really good job of carrying us at times too.
Coach, twice they got it back within 5 points in the second half. What does that say about the moxie of the team to be able to hold them off and extend your lead?
Yeah, I think that's our senior leadership for sure. I thought that we had some people that gathered themselves. We executed better, got control, and took better shots. And so I definitely think that that's experience. I think that that's understanding how to keep a lead, and that's all things that we've got to continue to learn how to do, especially with our young kids. So I think our seniors are doing a good job of continuing to teach even through their play, because our seniors, I didn't feel like made very many mistakes, and they held us together pretty well.
Coach, how do you build off of this and prepare for the next round game?
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got to enjoy continuing to play. March is a really fun month, and the longer you play, the better it gets. So they just can't get complacent. I don't think they will. I think the crowd really surprised them tonight, and that made them. I think we can credit the crowd even to our start. I think it juiced them a little bit. But yeah, I think that you just refocus. Our kids know. Again, through the Big 12 conference play, every time we finished a game, you had to turn around and play another team that was in the top 25. So they understand what it's like to turn around and reset and get focused and ready to play.
And speaking of the crowd, how does having that energy that you've had and that home court advantage that you have, how big is it as postseason continues?
It's irreplaceable, and I think Lady Raider Nation gets it. I think Texas Tech gets it. West Texas gets it. I mean, just look at our men and the home court advantage that they've had over the past couple of years. I mean, it's incredible when you have that many people